Hi.
We are back.
Yeah. I gotta move the mic stand a little bit.
It's been a little bit. Been a little for us, not you.
Yeah.
We did a Two Drunk on Saturday. It was great, kinda.
Food was really good.
The food was great.
Yeah.
We got
probably the best food we've made.
yeah. It's between that and that waffle.
Yeah.
Only because that waffle was like, if we had really nailed like the actual texture right, like that would have been hard to beat. Because it's But no, that was fucking really, really good. But we got way too drunk.
Yeah, way too drunk.
Do you know how many shots we did?
I vividly remember a portion of the video where I was like, how many shots are we at? And Jake said 9, and I just went 9 and didn't want to do anymore, which I think is partially why I didn't black out, because I started drinking water, but I think we did like 10 or 11.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh shit. Yeah, I realized, like, I got way too drunk.
Yeah.
So, we're, honestly, from now on, when you'll see, I mean, when we drop those, like, the new, after 4, because we're probably, I mean, we could still redo the second one, but we'll redo it really the new way.
Yeah.
The 4 episodes are going to be fucking, we got
very, very blitzy.
And most of it happens after the camera because it all hits us after the camera dies.
Yeah.
So it was just like, oh boy.
But we're slowing down on the drinking, which is why we got Yinglings today.
Well, we're doing a short one too.
And we're doing a short one, and I got to go prepare for a wedding. But I do feel like because we started Too Drunk years ago during our party phase, like we did have to do it.
Yeah.
At least a couple times with those vibes.
Agreed.
But we're old as fuck now. So hitting those vibes at this age
is easier.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to hit that level of drunk at this age.
Yeah, no, we just need to like, okay, like we're going to do like 2 shots, either 2 shots straight or like 1 shot, another hour later, another shot. Just get a good buzz going. Probably 2 shots to start and just stop there. Just sip for like the whole time. If it's if we're doing like if we're doing a 3 or 4 hour shoot, okay, maybe another one at the fucking like 3 hour mark after we're 2 hours in and we've sobered up at least one.
Need a cap on it though. We gotta hit
5 at max.
Yeah, we just gotta hit the buzz.
To me, it's honestly even 4 at max. Just because it's too much. And honestly, like I was even saying to you, it's like there's a really good representation in the footage of it because I found the bullet shots finally.
Mm-hmm.
We brought those back. The last 2, I think, right? No,
just the last one, yeah.
And I made our last shots the bullet shot because it's always the third one that always gets us. The first 2 we can always power through. There's we can always get those first 2 down. It's kind of, the second one's like sometimes like, all right, it's a little iffy, but no problem. But the third one's always like, okay, there's without that breather room, the third one becomes difficult.
Yeah,
and it's always the third one I hated. Like I don't mind the first 2. It's the third one that I'm always like, all right, now it's unnecessary. 2 was good, so now like, all right, yeah, we gotta slow down. But that food, man,
dude, it was phenomenal, and like. The fact that we got to explain it to Kai yesterday at dinner, like I felt like he was under the assumption that like we do a bunch of testing to figure out this stuff. We were like, yeah, no, we just we have an idea and then we go into it. And he was like, well, what were your ideas for the last one you made? And I was like, just Mexican, Italian.
Blasphemy.
There was no ideas. Except for just how we were going to make the tortilla shell.
What we should have mentioned is we came up with that idea like 5 years ago. That was
longer than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the. I feel like that was the first OG idea that we had for Too Drunk. Talking about it in your basement. We when we got together one time to actually try and start brainstorming
Yeah, we had meetings with people too, man. Like,
yeah,
like I legitimately remember a meeting.
Me too.
Was it the Crowfoot?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a legitimate meeting with somebody about like sponsorships before we even started YouTube, man.
And then we were gonna do it with them, and
and then there was some shit.
Thank God that didn't happen.
All I gotta say is, fuck Paolo, but in this case, Paolo stands for another name.
Yeah. But we ended up we got together in the Buffalo House basement at that table, and we sat there and we were like, all right, like, let's actually brainstorm recipe ideas. And I think one or two were like easy enough. We were like, oh, the pizza dip, of course, we got to do it, and then something else, and then I thought about cannolis, and I was like, how do you do something with that? And I was like, Mexican cannoli. I said that, and I was like, bro, I said that, and you were like, bro, you're like, yeah, 100%. We're down, and I think soon right after that, like, you had a mac and cheese one I don't remember, and I'm mad that we don't have it down.
Fuck, I remember something about a mac and cheese one.
Like, literally seconds after I said mine, you were like, yes, and then said this other thing that was fucking genius, and I can't remember. It wasn't the mac and cheese waffle, but there was something mac and cheese, I think.
Fuck, I can't remember either.
But it was that long ago, but I remember very specifically that one stuck in my head, because I was like, that one's really feasible. All the other ones we came up with were a bit extravagant.
Yeah, there was we could do them, but there was some work.
It was work. These ones were like, Mexican cannolis was like, okay. I mean, realistically, we probably didn't need to test it because I think that would have worked out, but also, like, it was good that we did.
We were frying something. We were like, yeah, we're going to need to test this to where, like, at least our brain knows, like, how long it should fry for, and like,
because if we hadn't done that test trial, they would have come out not crispy,
and they would have been mushy.
But I don't know if we said. I have not looked at all the footage. I just glanced at that because I was like, oh, interesting.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the footage either.
I mostly I just kind of wanted to see, like, what did it set up like?
14.
Hey, not bad.
Yeah.
But how did it set up and all that?
Yeah.
So,
but it was fun. But
it was really good. But we're slowing down.
Yeah.
So are we going to just do the whiskey sours?
It's the last two that we haven't tried yet. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I am terrible.
You are. That was an awful throw.
It was.
Shout out again to Gracie for sending us these.
Yes, they're fucking really cool. I'm just gonna set that. No, I'm not. Let's get the last one. And then there's two more left that we can finish off after.
Yeah, we've tried them though.
We tried them.
Yeah, for whatever reason they had like 3 of some and 2 of others.
Specialty ones, I guess.
Not bad.
Mm-hmm. You know what's weird? I like it. You can tell the citrus stuff is there, but it almost comes across as like absinthe.
Yeah, I get that. I was like, I'm getting like a licorice flavor in there.
It's good though. Not bad. I think my favorite was the
I think the Manhattan.
Mm-hmm. Manhattan or the old fashioned or just What was the other ones? It was
a whiskey ginger.
That one was pretty good. But ginger is kind of a cheat code.
Yeah.
It's powerful.
I gotta say the Manhattan was definitely my favorite out of those.
Yeah. They nailed it on that. But yeah, so we should also talk. We mentioned the Kai. So we went to dinner.
Yeah, yesterday as of recording.
Yeah, we're recording on a Wednesday instead of Tuesday because on this Tuesday we went to dinner.
Yep, and tomorrow I have D&D, and then I'm leaving for a wedding Friday.
Yeah, Melissa's gone all weekend. So, like, that was the fucking thing is I forgot that you were gone. Because I was like, oh, fuck yeah, Melissa's gone. Like, you can probably come over and we can do some shit and get some editing done or whatever. And then you're like, oh, yeah, I got this wedding. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. Which was funny because you're like, yeah, I guess I should start going to look for shit for my wedding. And I was like, I got to look for shit for this wedding. You want to go tomorrow? And then we were like, we got to record.
Yeah. So, I'm going to do that next week. I'm working on trying to go find my suit. But we ended up going to Kai is friends with the head chef of this place called MB Urban Italian. It's a longer Italian name in the beginning.
Yeah,
I think it's his full name. I think it's his name.
Yeah.
But it's MB Urban Italian. It's in Sterling Heights. Fucking awesome. I mean,
really good food.
So good.
Yeah.
And we had a great time. And dude, like fresh. He makes like homemade limoncello. That shit was bomb.
Yeah. That was good as fuck, man.
Yeah, like he came by, like he said hi to Kai real quick and like offered us some, brought it to us, and I was just like, bro, like that's so good. Like I want to make limoncello because I want to do something as far as that in a drink.
Yeah.
But I've always wanted to. I'll have to. It takes a lot to make it, so.
I don't know.
I think you just basically need a fuckload of lemons.
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah.
So. But I don't know. I haven't looked it up yet. I should. I mean, I kind of have, but I don't remember. I don't know. I'll get to. I'm gonna go back to my cocktail shit next week. Like I said, I mentioned you. I'm gonna do something with a pineapple.
Yeah.
It's getting into season, and then I need to try and look for. Because apparently lychee, and like yuzu, like yuzu doesn't come into like fucking. Season until like the end of just somewhere in like November or December, but there's fucking always yuzu juice, so I can make use of that. But I want to do something with yuzu and lychee.
I think it's lychee. Yeah.
For John. Shout out Atypical. But we're gonna. We plan to have him on eventually, and the drink I'm going to make him will involve both of those things because that was his favorite flavors. I was like, all right, bet. I'm going to figure it out.
I used to think it was gross. Like, just because it looked wrong. But that shit slaps.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta fix my hat.
Now I need to actually... Apparently, they come into place in May. So it's a couple days... It's like a week into May. So I'm going to like... Not a week into May. It's like a couple days into May. But either way, I'm going to try and go to a store and find some of that shit.
Just
and
go to an
actually
Asian
make
mart.
Yeah.
There's that one mart by Melissa's old townhouse.
You're right.
Yeah. I was over there yesterday.
Shit, I got to go there.
Because I stopped at Speedway. And I was like so zoned out. I was getting gas at that Speedway. And then I just looked up and looked over and was like, oh, shit. I used to live over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, you're going to hate me.
Yeah?
I got pee.
This is a short one anyway, so transition. I got pee real fucking bad. Shortest episode has a transition anyways.
Yeah.
And we're back.
Yeah, sorry. I had to drive here from work.
That's fair.
It was a lot longer than normal, and I didn't pee when I got here.
Yeah, you usually do that. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so did I. I was like, let's go, short episode. And then I'm sitting here like, oh, fuck.
I forgot. I have a routine.
I was like, can I make it 15 more minutes? No.
Whoops. No, that's fine, dude. Yeah, especially if we're like actively drinking.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah. And fucking, I came from work, so I drink like a shit ton of water when I'm at work, so.
Yeah. Oh, I think as of... Have I talked about... I don't think I've been laid off since we recorded yet.
I think you talked about it in the last one.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I did.
Yeah.
Either way. So it's a little weird. I'm trying to get... I'm mad that it keeps raining every day because I want to get actual shit outside done.
Yeah, I get that.
And it's not even a lot. Like, I just want to go fertilize the grass when it's not...
That's how I feel. I only got to mow an edge, the front yard, and like a strip in the back. And it's just been raining nonstop.
I need to get that, and I need to get mulch done. I need to go buy mulch and get all that shit redone on my front. And then, because after that, it's like, all right, well, all my outside shit's pretty much done. I just need to start waiting for it to get warm enough to turn sprinklers on.
Yeah.
And water my grass so it brings it back so it's not absolutely dead. And I'm like, cool, I can stop using those for fucking nearly. The one thing that sucks about living on fucking sand is your grass just dies because it doesn't.
Yeah, it can't get in there. Yeah.
So, like, it's a bummer. But hey, we can deal with it. We'll deal with it. We're dealing with it.
Is he, though?
Inflation's terrible.
It's god-awful, man.
My mortgage went up $200.
A month? Or... Jesus.
Interest. It's one of those things that's great about being a homeowner is that, like, it just happens. But also sometimes, like, it's a good thing because that means that your house's value went up. So I don't understand. It's a racket system. I was thinking about it. It's bugging the shit out of me last night. I was like, how do we... I would love to just be a billionaire and be like, hey... It just, like, force them to explain how it's absolutely a racket system. And we know it is.
Like the money as a whole, or
no, all the millions of interest fees and all the fees and fees and fees and fees.
What it is
cause it to be yours.
Like, none of it's real.
No,
we're loaning money to other people, who are also loaning money to other people, and then when they loan it to us, they charge an insane amount of interest on our money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But yeah, so I'm just like, I was like, fuck it. But yeah. Well,
that was
fun.
Literally in fucking, I think it was 5th grade when I first started learning about loans and banks. It was like, yeah, so you give the bank your money. Sometimes they charge you a fee if you're under a certain amount. Normally they don't. And then they protect your money. And I was like, okay, cool. How do they get money for loans? It was like, well, the money that you guys give into it, they give to other people as a loan. And then the loan gets paid back on a higher interest rate. And then blah, blah, blah. And I was like, where's that new money coming from?
Yeah.
Like, because that money's coming out of the bank to pay the bank. So where's that money? None of it's real.
Yep.
The economy's a lie.
It's all going to crash one day. Everything's fine.
Yeah, soon.
Yeah.
Maybe as the time of this episode dropping. No, we got like 4 weeks after this episode drops. Yeah, because I got like 6 weeks until the debt ceiling or some shit.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But, hey, you know what? All hopes is that once it does, all of my friends can have an easier time affording houses because hopefully that collapses and it's more cost effective.
It'll fuck us first.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to fuck everyone, but...
It's going to fuck us first and harder.
Yeah, it always does.
Yeah.
I don't know, we're fucked.
That's how they keep us down.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways, eat the rich.
Fuck them. Anyways.
And if we ever become rich, like, we'll fucking cook you up ourselves, man.
Yeah, I don't want to be rich.
I was going to say, my brain went into D&D mode, man.
Yeah. No, immediately, like, again, if I win like $100 million, that means I'm probably getting 60 after taxes and shit like that. 30 of that is immediately being donated across all kinds of charities and doing whatever kind of work. The other 30, yeah, I'm going to hold on to because I want it. Whatever, fuck it.
Yeah.
And that will just, basically with that, it's like I'm not going to stop doing charity work. I'm just going to continuously, like, randomly when I'm out just pay for someone's dinner.
Yeah.
Is that a cute little first date? I'm going to pay for their dinner because he's probably broke.
I would do some dumb bits. I would do the same thing, but I would get a costume to where I look like a creepy old man with like one eye, like the dude from Pick a Destiny.
Yeah.
He's like, come closer, I'm gonna stab you.
Mm-hmm. No,
it's just me being like, come closer, I'll pay for your dinner. Like,
oh no! I mean, I just constantly do shit like that.
Yeah, of course, man. That's literally the American dream for us younger generations.
Win the lottery.
Win the lottery to where we can make other people's day.
Yeah, I do it a little bit when I see homeless people as much as I can.
Yeah.
I actively, if I see a homeless guy, I'm like, okay, like this is the only reason I keep cash on me at this point.
Yeah, I have a little bit in my center console, like some 5s and some 1s where I can.
Yep.
Yeah. And
pretty much
tolls, because I drive places a lot.
Yeah, you drive a lot of places a lot. I have since completely gotten rid of all of the coins in my car because all the monitors are now credit cards.
Dude, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I was so mad the last time I went to a toll because it was like updated. And like I specifically pulled out all my money because I was like, I don't get paid till Thursday. I don't want like a random bill coming through. So I pulled all my money out, ran like $40 into quarters, and like pulled up to this toll, and it was a card only toll. And I was like, fuck. Like I had to pay online like 2 weeks later. It was like, oh, we'll send you the letter in the mail. And I was like, I'm moving.
Yay. Yeah, that shit's fucking dumb. Like, I that's funny as fuck. I remember, like, having the like, so much change in my fucking Avengers little
thing. I always have it in the little spot up front. Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly, like, change is gone away.
That's also, I'm not going to say my license plate on this podcast, but that's why I changed my license plate to a vanity plate, was because of like tolls and parking meters and shit. And people were like, oh, that's dumb. Why is your license plate like that? That's just kind of stupid. You're that vain that you're going to name it after yourself. And I'm like, no, it's really easy to remember. So when I go to the fucking parking booth to pay, yes, I don't have to be like DKG7181. No, what? Yeah. Now it's like, it's a fucking, it's very easy to remember.
And now even then, luckily they've become what the systems now are just, you fucking just end up, you put in the space number. You don't have to put your own.
I don't
except
like
for that. I like like when I go to Detroit now, I just downloaded the apps.
Yeah.
90% of the time, like when you buy tickets, they allow you to buy tickets to their parking garage. I pretty much always do that. And then like if I know we're going to certain restaurants in Detroit, I know a couple of the garages work on there, so I'll pay for the parking ahead of time. And you have your license typed in once on there, and it kind of just
you can choose a car. Those. I like those. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really convenient because I just realized like, oh shit! By the time this episode drops, I'll have gone to see Blink-182.
Nice.
So I think that's next week.
I saw Louis Capaldi a few weeks ago. We never talked about it.
We haven't talked about a lot. I mean, you saw that.
Yeah, you talked about Ian that whole time. And I was like, oh, let's talk about Louis later.
Oh, I forgot.
Then we got off tangent, and then I was like, I gotta go home.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a really good show. But it's a good thing I didn't talk about it, because this is no fault on him, but I'm a little bummed out because a lot of the shows after the show we went to, he brought other famous people on stage.
Oh.
Like from that city that he was in. And I was like, how fucking great would it have been if he brought someone famous from Detroit? You know, the mind always goes to Eminem, but like there's other famous people from Detroit too.
There's a lot.
Like, how fucking great would that have been?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. Well,
yeah. I fell in love with whoever the girl opener was. Just putting that out there. I'm off the market now, ladies. I'm still single, but you know, I'm simping.
He's drinking. That's fair. No, I was like, and then I've been playing the fuck out of Star Wars, the new Survivor game. It is really, really good. I like it. I have not run into any glitches yet, but apparently I hear that's a lot more of like the PC is a bit more glitchy, and it's depending on your system. There's a lot more people. A lot of PCs aren't hardcore good enough. They're not as good as like PlayStations, or sometimes they are, but they just can't handle it for whatever reason. They can't handle the graphics on the.
It's computer. Also like the developers are putting more work into like the console ones because that's where most of the market plays now.
Agreed.
So like I'm still all for PCs because you can upgrade the specs easier, blah blah blah, and like the mod community's way better and like all that shit. But
yeah,
we're getting away from it being like the PC master race because it's like they're not developing the shit for your PC.
No.
Yeah, they're developing it for the console.
And it will, especially too, because most of it's like, one, it's way easier to afford a console. People can't afford to spend the money on a great computer that they want to anymore because everyone's fucking, again, back to what we said before. Inflation's killing everything.
Yeah.
I think the chip stuff dropped a little bit because it leveled out a little bit, but it's everything's still expensive to build a computer. People can't afford to drop like $2,000 on a really good computer that can handle every game that's out now. Because like other than that, you're like, okay, well at a certain point, like it just is not like even now like you know my computer I spent $2,000 on 2 years ago is probably like a $1,000 computer now.
Yeah.
At this point, like it's already halved.
Drops like significantly quickly.
So it's like you have to keep up with that versus like the games. All the games are made for a specific setting.
Yeah. And then for the most part. Like with the console, like the games improve as the console ages.
Yeah.
So it's like you're not like you don't have to constantly go out and upgrade a thing.
Yes.
Like if I got into PC gaming, which maybe I would probably be upgrading constantly just because I can. And like, you know, I'd be like, oh, I got like fucking 2 terabytes of RAM, which is not possible. But, you know.
Try it.
Yeah, fuck it.
No, I mean, there's a lot of cool shit you could do.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if I was doing anything more, again, computer-wise, it wouldn't be me. I'd be asking a friend to do it for me because I just don't have the mental capacity to handle that kind of stuff.
I'm interested in it. It's just I don't have the money.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. Well, that too. I don't either. Like, that was I specifically, once we started the podcast, I was like, all right, I know this is going to be an issue after like 2 weeks of fucking editing on that Mac. I was like, all right. I spent, fucking 6-7 months being like, all right, well, I'm just kind of waiting to save up and get these things. And then I was like, all right, now I actually can. And I hit up Damien to be like, all right, well, now I'm able to start buying parts. You know, what do we do?
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. Like, it took a lot of very specific waiting and specifically saving for only that.
Yeah.
So I was like, I have to. Otherwise, we would have probably quit at this point.
Yeah, if we're still on that Mac,
there's no way
we would not have made it past like a year, I think, honestly.
No.
Yeah.
It would have been too for what we're doing with video stuff, it would have been too terrible.
Even for me, like the photo editing.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to boot up that old laptop I had, and I would go make dinner. And then I'd come back, and it finally have opened up fucking GIMP, man.
Yeah, like, it's that, and that's kind of the things. It's like, all right, well, we gotta. No, obviously, I'm set for a while. Yeah. I think we could probably start bringing in gaming stuff eventually. We keep saying that, but I think it'd be fun. The TV's right there.
Yeah.
At this point, I could just we just hike it up here, set it up, bring the PlayStation.
I'll just get a different TV. Throw in here.
We can do that too, but then we also have to put that somewhere. I mean, yeah, but then we have to walk around it every time. Because we're not always going to be gaming, if we're just going to set it up like that.
True.
That's why I was like, fuck it, we'll just, for the one day, just do a giant long stream or whatever. Play a game. Break it up like we used to do. We'll get into it. We'll figure it out. But
I want to play Minecraft.
I'm down to fuck around playing with that just for the hell of it.
Minecraft's so fucking fun.
But I also want to play some games where we just beat games. Just have fun playing games that we want to play and beat, whether it's good for content or not. Just fucking play some stuff again.
Like I said, it's an excuse to hang out, man.
Exactly, I miss it. It's fun. I do miss some of that extra element of like the gaming, because it's like there's not a lot I can edit anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's like I do all the cuts with this thing, so I don't have to go through and do all that like I used to. So there's not as much to do other than Too Drunk stuff, and I've gotten most of that pretty much cut down to. I got all the separate sections lined up so that me and you can sit down and like edit, but like
try making some clips, man. I have not been able to sit down to make any, but try making some up. Find some funny spots. I feel like I know I'm not doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
But I feel like when I'm looking for clips and like funny shit, like I'm going to be biased and go towards my shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I mean,
so like,
yeah.
we need to share the clips. I don't want it to be like, oh shit, I posted like 6 clips that are primarily me. You know, like, I know you don't, but it's like, I'm gonna feel bad, and then somebody is gonna notice and be like, oh, this dude's fucking vain. We're all vain.
All of us.
Yeah.
No, honestly, it just like, I don't know, sometimes we just...
Yeah, it's also in the moment when I make a joke, I'm like, I know that spot, I'm gonna clip that down, you know?
Yes. Yeah, that's the extra little thing, is like, when you are rewatching it back, like... It is the funniest thing to watch it back, and you're like, I hear the setup to the joke, and I laugh at like what I think the punchline in my head would be, and then I say it on camera, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's because I said that thing on camera. Like, I forgot I had said that there. So I laugh at myself. I'm like, this is lame.
Yeah, I almost at dinner. I'm so used to the podcast setting when you and I are together. So, like, I was in that mindset at dinner, and Chrissy and Kai were our guests, even though we were the guests. But, like,
yeah, actually,
they mentioned something about, like, oh, we should invite somebody to this thing. And, like, they were being secretive, like, you know, like, oh, we're going to play matchmaker for Edie, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, what's going on? And they were like, they were like, how do you feel about, like, someone that would be tall? And I'm like, I don't really care. And they're like, are you insecure about your height? And I was like, no. I'm like, how tall do you think I am? I don't care. And then they're like, what about somebody taller than you? And I literally almost turned to you. I was like, I like a good climb. And then I was like, no, don't say that right now. I was like, that's going to come across so douchey. But podcast mode was like, that's a funny ass joke. Say it.
Hey, fuck it, you know? You gotta stay in shape.
Yeah. What's funny is when I was at home telling Kai about that, like, in my head.
Oh, you told him?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I almost made this joke. Like, he was like, dude, that would have been fucking funny. But I was like, in my head, I was watching back the podcast. Setup happened, and I was like, fuck. I should have said, like, in the words of Miley Cyrus, it's the climb, baby. And, like, I was like, fuck, that would have been a good joke there, too. Like,
yeah, that was fun. No, that was some really good food.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I'm actually hungry again.
I 100% felt out of my element.
Yeah,
I don't go to fancy restaurants a lot. The 3 of you guys do, and I'm like,
yeah. No, it was really good food. It was really, really nice. Fucking lamb. Me and you both got the lamb ragu, and that shit was bomb.
Yeah.
And then plenty of bread. They kept bringing bread out. I was like, dude, that's like the best. And then, I mean, I don't know. We'll probably talk about it more eventually. Yeah. But it's.
I will say it was funny. The message this morning. I was like, oh man, I still get the itis from all that pasta. And Chrissy's like, what is that? I was like, you explained it real well. And I was like, how do I say that in white vernacular? I was like, it's the sleepies.
I almost wanted to. It was funny because I first really just said the itis, and I just left it like that for like a minute, hoping she would react and be like, "What?"
Yeah.
And I was kind of just gonna kept responding with the itis. But then I was like, "No,
it's the sleepies, man."
Kinda.
It's like when you eat a really, really good food, and then you want to take a nap.
Yeah, it was like, fuck it. Yeah. I'm tired, but we that said, we are doing a short one.
Yeah, I still got to go get shit for a wedding. What time is it?
It is 5:53.
I might have time to go get a haircut if any place is open. If not, I will try to do that tomorrow before D&D. Not that I need much of a haircut, but like
a little trim. Buzz.
Yeah, I want a nice little fade.
Little fade.
Yeah.
It's easy enough, but thank you guys for listening. We love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great week. Yeah. Thanks for listening if you got to this point and all that shit.
Yeah, you guys don't watch, but congrats on getting married, Jay and Autumn.
Congrats, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.